Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another VPN chat. Now, it's funny how when you are working with somebody and then they introduce you to somebody else. So that's how I met this actress. I was actually working with
Yeah.
somebody already, and she introduced me to this wonderful, beautiful person. Let's give it up for Lakeisha Sherron. Let me say that name right, Lakeisha Sherron.
Lakeisha Sherron, yes.
Sometimes my
That's
tongue
funny
gets
how we met.
my tongue gets heavy and I be like saying stuff wrong.
That's that thick tongue of yours, okay?
Uh-oh. You starting already.
Okay. You know it's gonna be funny. But
Oh my
yes,
God.
it's crazy how we met because I think I only had like a day or two to get ready. And I've been
Yeah.
rocking with you ever since.
Yes. So we can definitely get started with that, but we'll talk about that. But I
Okay.
want to talk about you first.
Mhm.
Like how did you get started when it came to acting?
It's funny. I had a girlfriend of mine. I done told this story many times, but my girlfriend Celeste, she actually dared me to do an audition.
Mm,
And I was like, audition for what? So I went and I auditioned for another role. It ended up getting the lead role. So I started off doing stage first. So I was a lead character in a stage called Love Last Episode, and it was a hit. And then after that, got picked up and picked up and picked up. Then I started getting into film, and that's how it all started. Back in I started in 2014.
got you. What do you like best, film or stage?
Film, stage is scary. One shot. One shot to get it right, but surprise, it's crazy. One of the directors came backstage one time and was like, "Oh my God, Lakeisha, you're killing it!" So because during rehearsals, I would always mess up. I didn't
Mm.
think I can get it down, but when them lights came on and that audience was out there, I got it together.
It's
But I
it's
like film better.
Yeah, it's a different theater's a different energy. They I think film and theater are both great, but what I love about theater is I love the energy from the crowd. Because
Yeah.
if you really killing it, like
Hmm.
they give you the extra boost to be like, all right, let me turn it up.
Oh, the crowd will let you know if you're doing good or bad, because then they'd be quiet like you hear crickets, and then you hear, your claps. So yes, they do give you a little bit of boost. But it's
Yeah.
just scary. If you don't know your stuff, don't get on stage. So I don't know. And then it takes a lot of time and preparation for stage two.
Yeah.
You've been with me on set, so you see I can look at the words and be like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Definitely. And not only are you because before we get into the VPN stuff, I want to definitely talk about you. Not only are you an actress, but you are a director as well. You write.
Hmm.
So talk about that. Talk about yourself as a writer and a director.
Okay, so after getting into acting with the stage and then meeting you and seeing you a one man show, kudos to you, honey. I decided to get my pen and paper and I started writing one night. And I wrote my first script called A Brother's Unseen Tears, which we filmed back in 2019. And I had an amazing cast. So I loved it, but it's time, it's getting the schedules correct and all
Mm-hmm.
that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It took time and it took money. And but I had a dedicated crew, I had a dedicated cast. So we did it. And then after that, I just love writing. So I wrote a sitcom called Raising Cain. I only filmed the pilot because I wanted to shop around, but I want to complete it. I got like 6 episodes written already. And then
Mm-hmm.
I've written like 3 other things I want to do, but I just love writing. It's therapeutic for me.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you're an event planner. Like
I
you do.
am. I'm just all over the place, ain't I?
No, you're not.
I do.
I don't want to say all over the place. You're just multi-talented and
I
multifaceted.
am. Thank you. I have Bella Amore events. So I specialize in weddings, but we plan all types of events. So I have a website, www.bellaamoreevents.com, so you can go check it out. But yeah, that's my passion right there. I love planning events, seeing the smiles on the people's faces at the end of the day.
And I was just about to ask you, like, what is it about it that you love about it? What you just said, it makes people
Yeah,
smile.
man, watching, I don't know if you watch Love is Blind. You watch Love is Blind?
So okay, so I watched the first 2 seasons. After that, I just couldn't do it no more because I feel like the later
Ooh,
seasons. No, I just feel like the later seasons are more like scripted to me, as far as like people
okay,
actually trying to be on TV. I feel like they're not
okay.
really looking for love anymore. It's like, all right, how can I get on
Mhm.
TV and become a celebrity?
Right, right. You're right. I do see the difference from the first and second seasons,
Hmm.
but it's so good. But watching that, I watched that last night, and I just enjoy weddings, and watching that show was like, oh my God, because COVID stopped a little bit, and I
Hmm.
took a pause for a while, but now I'm
Hmm.
getting back into it, and I just love it.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah. So as we mentioned at the beginning, like I said, me and you met through Taisha. You were
Hmm.
on a project with her.
Yes.
And I remember her showing me the project, and I was like, "Who is that?" I was like, "No, because you did like you were like not trying, not discrediting what everybody else was doing, but like you was shining. Like you, I was
Thank
like
you.
Lakeisha. I didn't know your name at the time. But I was like Lakeisha
Oh
shining.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So that's how I didn't know how you found out about me. I just thought Taisha called you up and say, "Hey, I got a girlfriend,"
Yeah, she
I
showed
didn't know you
me
saw me
she
on
showed me
that.
she showed me the project that y'all were on, and then
Okay.
we were getting ready to do Brotherhood, and I needed somebody to play Kelvin's character's girlfriend who was pregnant, and so she was
Yep.
like, "Yeah, I think Lakeisha could do it," and I said, "Okay, cool." And like you said, you definitely did not have a lot of time to prepare.
No. Walked in, didn't know nobody.
Didn't know not nobody except Taisha. That was it.
Nobody. I'm like, oh, you my boyfriend? Okay, I got it.
Yeah, yeah, but you know what the beautiful thing about it is nobody could tell. I feel
Yeah.
like you and Kelvin had such an amazing chemistry
Mm,
together. I
yeah.
feel like even you and Kenyetta, because she plays his other baby moms, I feel like
Hmm.
y'all had chemistry together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came in and it was seamless. I
Thank
felt like from my
you.
on my end.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Let me tell you, and I thank you for even thinking of me and all your other projects. So it's been fun working with you and the
Yes,
cast.
yeah. So what was your thoughts? Like I said, you coming in day one on Brotherhood. Like what was your initial thoughts?
What I get myself into. No, but my initial thoughts was I love the storyline from what I read. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. I mean, this. I was thinking this man right here, he know how to stir up some drama, and you did that. So I thought it was very well scripted. I think you're very professional, so I thought it was great. I did.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think the funniest thing you might kill me for this, but I
Oh
think the
God,
funniest thing behind the scenes, Lakeisha is so quick to say, "Do not get my feet." Lakeisha
don't
was
get my feet.
like, Lakeisha be like, "Don't get my feet. Don't get
Don't
my
get
feet."
my feet. Okay, I got on the whole bathing suit, but I'm having some socks on. Don't get my feet. You already know, and I'd be like looking at you like, don't do it, don't
I
do
know.
it.
It's like you, Lakeisha give you that look. She be like, "Don't
Mm,
get my feet." I'm like,
I
"Oh,
know.
I
I
got
got
you."
rules. Like one of my other rules, and you know this. I can
Yeah,
give you all kind of sexy, but I'm not gonna go there.
you're right. Yeah, she be like, "Nah, I can give you what you want, but you know,
Right.
I ain't doing too much now." But the thing is, though, the beauty about that is I
Mhm.
respect that. And like I said again, I'm a type of person. If you let me know up front what it is, we can
Mm,
make it work. But
yeah.
what the issue happens is people people see what we do, right? And they be like, "Oh, I want to
Mhm.
do that. I'll do whatever. It don't matter."
Right.
Then the day of, it's a
Hmm.
whole different ball game. Maybe like,
Yes.
well, uh. So it's
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? But you can't make nobody do nothing.
Hmm.
You gotta respect their wishes. However,
Yeah.
it just be like, people talk a good game, but it's like when you really when you really
When you're
have to
ready.
do the
Hmm.
job,
Yep.
a whole different story. But what I respect about people like you let people know what it is up front, and that way people can already, all right, let's figure
Yeah.
out how we're gonna do this. But I mean, I feel like even those scenes still came out great. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you have to meet people where they are. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. It turned out great. And you worked for me so good.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like
I
I said,
appreciate it.
yeah. Absolutely, yeah. But I don't do it. But that main thing, Lakeisha will tell you, don't get my feet.
Don't get my feet. Now they not horribly ugly, but don't get my feet. Too funny.
Did you expect for Miles to have so many children and women?
No, I did not. And I'm like, why do we like all the ones that got all them kids and them baby mamas? Like, I was very surprised when that came about. And I was like, more kids? I think it was the which season was that? Was that season 3
I
when
think no.
I met?
So yeah. So season 1 on Brotherhood,
Hmm.
it was just the two babies,
Uh-huh.
the two little kids, and then
Okay.
season 2 we met Dub, which is his older child,
Hmm.
and then y'all characters that broke up after that. But then in season 3, I think no, actually in season 2 he did say he had another child in Texas, but we never saw that child. But in season 4, it was revealed that he had a baby with a white woman.
Mm. Oh
So
yeah.
so yeah, that's yeah.
Mm.
And then so people who haven't seen Brotherhood,
I
um,
know.
if you haven't seen it, you need to go
Spoiler
watch it.
alert.
Go watch it. Go watch it. But then, spoiler alert, your character actually got because she was pregnant at the beginning of the season,
I
lost the
was
baby,
lost the
but
baby. Yeah,
then got pregnant again.
I did. But
However,
I was with somebody else.
you was with somebody else,
But it
but
wasn't.
it was
I know.
revealed that it was Miles's baby.
Why you make me out to be these characters, huh? Golly.
Oh man, yeah,
Yes, it was. I was
yeah.
pregnant by Miles. Yeah.
So what you thought about that
So
when
what number
when
baby mama would that be?
I don't know because I feel like you were already one, but you just lost the baby. So I mean, you was already in the number anyway. So you're like, so hold on, you're let's see, 1, 2, 3. So you're number 4.
4? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Miles's character was Nick Cannon before Nick Cannon was Nick Cannon.
Okay, for real. That's true story. True story. And he played that part. Miles did a good job. The character Miles did a good job.
Yes, and like I said, I loved your chemistry with Kelvin. I loved your chemistry with Brian. Shout out to Brian Andrew Wilson, who plays your
Yes.
other boyfriend Keith.
Yes.
I shouldn't say other because you broke up with Miles and you got with Keith, so
Yeah.
you're with Keith.
Yeah.
So
I was with
that
Keith. Yeah.
that didn't sound right. I'm sorry.
Look at you. But
What was
no, it was good working with him as well. He was so
yeah.
professional. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
enjoyed
ask you
that
like
too.
what was it like for you working with what was it like for you? Like cause there was a scene where y'all were actually all three of you were in the scene on season 3. You was in the middle of Miles and Keith. So what was
Yeah, we
that?
were at the park,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Oh man, that brought back that might be a real story right there. I had butterflies, when you're with someone and then you see the other person,
Mm.
it gives you that especially if you're not over them, because I never got over Miles,
So
so
you don't think your character was over Miles?
I don't think so.
Mm.
No, because when spoiler alert, he went to jail and I got him out of jail, and that's
Hmm.
when we, made the baby, I guess.
Yeah.
It didn't show the scene, but they know what happened. But but yeah, it gives you a like, man, who am I supposed to be with? I know
Hmm.
I was with this man. I think and here go the man that I love standing in front of me. That scene was pretty good, because I
Hmm.
looked uncomfortable in the film. I
Yeah.
felt like I did. I looked like I was nervous because they were both there. And then I'm nervous about introducing them and it showed. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, there's no secret. Brotherhood is my favorite show that I've created. I love Brotherhood. I love the fact that we had the opportunity to tell these stories of these men, but
Hmm.
the women were just as crucial as the
Yeah.
men. You all were the backbone of the story because y'all
Hmm.
helped move the story. Y'all helped propel these men and what they were doing. So salute to y'all, to the women.
Thank
I know I give the
you.
men the credit, but I gotta salute the women too, because y'all
Yeah.
definitely
Well, we
y'all did y'all
appreciate
big
that.
one. Y'all did y'all big one
Yeah.
for real.
Thank you. I know you got a good group of men because that they're going. Who was his name in the film? Benji.
Oh yeah, Courtney. Yeah,
Courtney.
Courtney. Yeah, he played Benji. Yeah.
Oh, he's good. So, but all the men, they did such an amazing job. You know, you had the perfect cast for that show.
Yes,
And then we
absolutely.
did what, 4 seasons? Was it three, four
We did
seasons?
4. We did 4.
4 seasons, and you
Yeah.
still getting awards for it. I saw that the
Listen,
other day.
listen.
Was that the Tally Award?
Yeah, it was a telly. Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Yes. You know what's funny? Actually, so it's funny, and but I do appreciate all the congratulations. I got an
Yeah.
award I got the award last year, and
Okay.
I just happened to post it like a couple of weeks ago because I
Okay.
never took a picture with it. It's sitting on my dresser on my
Hmm.
back here, and I was like, I never took a picture, so I'm gonna take a picture with it today. And so I
Yeah.
took it, and I guess I should have put throwback something because
Oh,
everybody
okay.
was everybody was like, oh my god, congratulations.
Right?
And I ain't want to bust nobody bubble, be like, yo, I got this last year.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
thank you
but you
though.
got it.
I appreciate you.
You got it. Brotherhood been picking up, so it's cool.
Yeah, I
They're
love
picking
it.
up awards.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, even though I've stepped away right now, if they were to
Hmm.
say we want to do something with Brotherhood, I would definitely resurrect that show. I
Yes.
would
Yes.
1000%. And honestly, truthfully, I would want to like redo it and retell it.
Okay.
Like do
Okay.
it in
I
a
can understand that.
do it in a different way. I would love to keep all the same people, but I
Hmm.
would want to do it in a way that people haven't already seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll
So
be nice. That'll be
yeah,
nice.
I will make an allowance for that.
Okay. But you know how some people redo their shows and they mess it up because it ain't as good as the first one. So
Uh
yeah, but I think you'll do a good job on that one if you
that's
did
true.
record it.
I think honestly, and I appreciate. Yeah, I definitely definitely keep me honest. If I were to send y'all scripts and be like, hey, do we redoing it? Y'all be like, nah, this ain't it. Hey, tell me
This
the
ain't
truth.
it.
Tell me the truth, because I don't want to mess up. No, I don't want to mess up the legacy of the show. I feel like the
Yeah.
show has done what it needed to do, and if it were an
Hmm.
opportunity to, I guess, quote unquote, reboot it, I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to mess it up. I'd rather just tell people watch the old stuff than mess it up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, as a creator, I will keep it honest. So
Yeah, I know.
I keep your creativeness. I love that. So
I appreciate it. So now we're gonna move on to the next project. Actually, you were on my wall. I'm gonna turn it.
oh,
Right
got
there,
something
Pastor
to
Thorne.
wall.
Right
I see
there.
it.
Yes. That's Lakeisha, Pastor Thorne. So
Yes. Oh my gosh.
let's talk about that project. So
That
yeah,
was a good one.
yes.
It's funny because after that one went live and everyone was seeing it, I was getting so many DMs, so many messages to my phone, like, "Ooh, girl, you set him up. Good for him." And they had no idea that I was behind getting Pastor Thorne back from all his behavior.
Yes. And what's crazy is, like I said, I've watched a lot of TikTok commentary. I've listened to podcasts. People have done a lot of commentary about the movie, good and bad.
Mhm.
People, I want to focus on the good ones though, because some people just want to be negative. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
um, it's funny that people at first they would say how Leslie was so submissive and so like it just kind of it was like, yeah, she's just so soft and just let him do whatever. But I
Mhm.
love that people enjoyed that big reveal that Leslie is, she a G.
Hey, look, I love that part. I loved it when I read the script. When you asked me, would I be interested? I read the script and I was like, yes,
Hmm.
yes, I loved it. She was very sneaky,
Hmm.
and it all tied in together. And you know what's funny is I will say this. I'm guilty of this. I will read my lines before I read the whole script. So
Hmm.
sometimes I don't even know what's going to happen after my scene. And then after seeing the entire movie, I was like, oh my gosh, Carlton killed it. You killed the whole story. I said, wow. And I loved it. You did a good job. And especially with my husband. Oh gosh. Off the chain, but we know where he get it from on Pastor Thorne too. So we know where
Yeah,
he get it from.
yes, definitely. I definitely was going to get into that. First, I just want to say, like I said, you all did an amazing job on Pastor Thorne. I loved the production of that. I love that everybody got in, was professional, got in. I mean, not to say all the other productions have been professional, but this one, we really literally y'all got in and we got out. It was like we did
Yeah,
the
we
thing
did.
and we was like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, and you set us up beautifully. Like we had the Airbnb. We filmed and had a good time. You took care of us, so it was great. Yeah.
I like I said, I want to make sure I'm always trying to be cognizant that the atmosphere is set up for you all to succeed. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful
Yeah.
that you all were able to, do what you needed to do and
Hmm.
everything. Again, you and Marquise. What's funny about this is, and we're gonna talk about this other project too. But what's funny is you and Marquise were together in My Life, another series.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. Yeah.
but like y'all really didn't interact
We didn't see each other on set, but that one time,
that
which
one
was
time.
when I got
Yeah,
engaged. Yeah.
yeah, that one time. And what's funny is one of the pictures that's on Pastor Thorne. I took that from My Life, and because y'all just so happened to be sitting together when we did the cast picture.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's where that came from.
Yes, that's where it came from.
Okay.
It came from the cast picture, and I was like, they're actually sitting together. That is so perfect. I just gotta crop. I just gotta crop everybody else out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I enjoy working with Marquise. He is so funny and
Yeah,
so good. He goes right into character, so it brings me out too during
yeah.
the Pastor Thorne.
I
Yeah.
and I love that. Like I said, it was you. Like I said, y'all, Lakeisha is just an absolute professional. But at the same time, Lakeisha is so goofy and so silly on set. And so it's so funny when we right before we get ready to film, she'll say something crazy, but she'll snap into it. She'll be like, all right, like, and that happened on this film. It was like,
Yeah.
I think it was like one of your crying scenes too. It was like you said something crazy, and then it just you got into the scene, and it was like you just started crying all of a sudden.
Not all of a sudden think, yeah, I do that. I'm kind of goofy. My family say I am, so just a little. But I know when to be professional and how to act and conduct myself.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so which leads us into Pastor Thorne 2. And
Yes.
which is funny because I want to give a shout out to the podcast I do listen to what we talking about this time. They reviewed Pastor Thorne 1 and 2.
Hmm.
And it was so funny that first of all, spoiler alert again, if you haven't seen it, go check
Spoiler
it
alert.
out. Right. It's on Peacock and Tubi and all that great stuff. So go check it out. Um, but I love that people enjoyed your scene when after when y'all signed the papers and you were like we're basically revealing that hey, you told him
Yeah.
I'm the one that set you up.
Yeah.
What was your
Yeah.
thoughts on that when you read that part in the script?
I was like, he gonna kill me. You would think, someone doing something like that to you, setting him up the way that he did, but I knew he would fall for the bait. I was like, wow, Carlton is really digging. Like he really want me beat up by this man. That's what I said at first.
Uh-huh.
But it made me feel powerful in
Yes.
my character because
Yes.
I got you. You
That's
know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
wanted, and
Like,
that's what I wanted. Yes.
yeah, all the dirty things that you've done behind my back, I got you. And I wanted
Yes.
you to know that. And I think, sometimes we want to get back at people in real life and then we want to tell them, but we can't because we know they'll kill us for real. But I was like, yeah, I did that. Now how you feel? And then I laughed about it. I was
Yes,
there laughing at the end.
my
Remember that?
favorite. Yes, my favorite part. My two favorite parts in that scene was the boom with the gun, like boom, that part,
Ooh,
and then the laugh
yeah,
at the end. Yes,
yeah, yeah. I
absolutely.
had to do that. I
Yes,
felt real doing that.
yes, I loved it. But with the podcast I listened to, they were talking about there was like, isn't that illegal what she did? And of course the person on the other end it was like, no, it's not. But it's not though because
Oh,
it's
it's
not
not?
like
Okay.
you. It's not like you injected him with the STD.
Yeah.
Pastor Thorne made the decision to sleep with this woman
Yes,
outside of his
unprotectedly.
unprotectedly outside
Mm-hmm.
of his marriage.
Yeah.
So he made
Yeah.
that decision. It just so happened that Leslie was the one that put the woman in a position for
Yeah.
them to meet up.
Yeah.
But I mean, because honestly, she could have threw it at him, but he could have said, "No, I don't want it."
Yeah, he could have, and then he would have been all right. And then the movie wouldn't have went nowhere. I would have had to find another reason and I had to get back at him. I don't know. But put something in his food or something, you know.
Not
But
some of this food
something, drink something. You know, he was crooked anyway. All he wanted was the money.
and the
So
sex.
and the sex. He had an addiction. But you know, yo, it's funny. After one of my friends called me after they saw the movie, and they were like, "Do you know that this is real life?" She
Yes.
was like, "I know someone personally. Like this is real life." I'm like, "Yeah, they out there. Not everybody's bad, but they out there."
Yes, and that's the whole point I be trying to get people to understand, even with not just with my stuff, but just with art in general.
Yeah,
This stuff is real. People aren't just pulling this stuff out they cracking their behinds. Like a lot of
yeah,
this stuff that's happening is happening in real life. And I feel like a lot of times people have an issue with what we present because it's like a mirror. Like a lot of times people don't want to see the truth because the truth can be ugly.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
don't want to and we don't want to think of ourselves as ugly,
No, no,
you
we
know?
don't.
So,
No.
yeah. So I feel like, a lot of times people may have an issue with certain things because it's like, oh man, that's me right there. And they're
Hmm.
exposing my life.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And they want to send you some hate mail. Be like, "Look, you telling on yourself. This movie I just wrote. If you feeling
period.
a certain way, baby, it's about you."
Period. And what my third grade teacher used to say, a hit dog will holler.
Oh yes. Let me tell. So you know, a lot of my writing comes from. I'm not gonna say everything about a movie that you see that I do is real, but a lot of it has happened, especially in the Brothers Unseen Tears.
Hmm.
It's real stories, real life, maybe just reversed is
Hmm.
what I'm gonna say. Yeah.
I
So
think
yeah,
the
we talking about people out here.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the most authentic writing comes from our experiences, but it
Yes.
also comes from what we not just experience within ourselves, but what we experience, what we see in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most
Yeah.
authentic, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I love
Um,
creating. Mhm.
yes, yes, 1000%. And another thing the podcast talked about, it was like, oh, this scene was unnecessary.
Oh, which
the,
one?
the scene with Leslie and the cousin.
I know. Oh God. First, you know what? When I read that, I was like, he really had to put me out there again. Every show I'm on of yours, I'm something.
Okay, so
Brotherhood, I was naive, huh?
I would say here is who was my mindset
What was your
behind it,
mindset?
and this is honestly before I made my retirement announcement.
Okay.
Um, my mindset was there was going to be a third one,
Okay.
and so I felt like Tony and Leslie's relationship that basically was kind of setting us up for the third one. Because if you
Oh,
notice on
okay.
Pastor Thorne 2, it was mainly focused on Jacob and the bishop. It was mainly about the bishop. And
Yes.
for the third one, we was going to bring it back around to Jacob and kind of like, okay, now that we know about his past, how is he going to move forward?
Yeah.
With
Okay.
everything that he has going on. And of course, Leslie, his ex-wife, being with his cousin, would will make a major difference. I mean, will make it would be important in the storyline. So
Okay.
honestly, it was just like
So you were setting it up for three.
yes,
Okay. Yeah. Because I was wondering, like, because I didn't even see that coming, and I was the character. I like when I read
right.
it, I was like, oh, did I like him all along? Like,
And you know what's funny? Me and Marquise had that conversation. I think while we was filming the second one, he was like,
uh,
"Yeah, I feel like Leslie and Tony had something going on this whole time."
really?
That's what he
Okay.
said he felt like,
Okay.
after reading it. And I said I could see where you would think why you would think that.
Mhm.
But like I said again, it was setting it up to be explored it would definitely have it would explain how they got together, why they got together, and like just from there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. I see when you during the show that the last scene with me and the cousin. It's funny though, because when it ended, did you kept the laugh in there?
I did.
We laughed. It's like so weird filming those scenes. Because people be really thinking you really doing something. And it's like you ain't even touching. But
Right.
we laughed because it was so funny because we was like so awkward.
But you know what's funny? It didn't come off like that on camera though. It came off that
It
you guys were
having
enjoying
a
it.
good time. Yeah, we was
Sometimes,
just having a good time.
sometimes when you in that moment and you like, oh, this is good, and you just start laughing. I mean, not that the person's bad, but it's just like, this is really good.
It was cute. It was cute. But I was like, they have no idea how that was. Those things, in any movie, those things are not as romantic as people think they are.
Absolutely. We
They
definitely
not
we've talked about that several times. It's like, yeah, those things aren't sexy at all. It's like it's a
at
lot.
all.
It's a lot. The actors have to deal with a lot of awkwardness. Again, I know for me, like I said, it's always trying to get the right angle so nothing inappropriately is shown. It's just a
Right.
lot. It's a lot of work that goes behind
It's
it.
a lot.
And this is just on like my sets. And like imagine the big mainstream sets when you got all those people in
Exactly.
the room.
Yes. Like I did a scene like that in A Brother's Unseen Tears with the two characters. And it was about 7 of us in the room and
Hmm.
4 cameras aiming at one little space. And it's not sexy and it's hot. And
Hmm.
it's so people don't understand those scenes are hard, but they not cute.
Yeah.
But hey, we made it work and it turned out good. So yeah. I was wondering where that scene came from, but now I see you setting up for 3. You're not gonna do 3?
Uh
I'm putting it out. Look, you're interviewing me. Let me interview you. You putting on 3.
um I'm gonna say in this space in my mind where I'm at now, no.
No, okay, okay.
Where I'm
Respect
at
it.
now. But I mean, I Brandy said one of my favorite artists, she said never say never. So
Never say that.
we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna
Well,
we're
then
gonna
before we get too much older, and I'll be switching my hair up. So,
I mean, but it would be time later though. So I mean I guess it
oh,
wouldn't
it
really
would be.
matter.
You're right. That's true. That's true. Because I had like the first season, I had not season, but the first movie I had blonde hair. Remember?
Hmm.
And then I went to black. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're
So
right.
yeah. That's the beauty. I mean, obviously time has passed, and when time
Yeah.
passes, we make changes. So it's all good.
Are you
Yeah.
picking up my background?
I don't hear nothing.
Oh, good. Thank you. Sorry about that. I thought you did. It's my Alexa. She keep talking.
Oh,
So,
well, I mean, my dog is randomly barking, so I mean,
oh, okay. I don't even hear him. So,
so yeah. We did mention My Life. You were on that series. Very short lived. I really wanted that show to go on longer than what it did. Um, but like I said, I think even in the shortness of it, the brevity of it, it definitely still made an impact on
it
the
did.
show. I mean, on people that did watch the show. Tell me your thoughts on working on My Life.
I thought it was it was good, very, very professional cast. Everybody had a good time, knew what they were doing. I think you touched on the LGBTQ community,
Hmm.
with that. So that made it a huge hit too, because men are dealing with that confusion of being in a marriage and then wanting to be free on the other side as
Hmm.
well. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I thought it was a good message. It was really good. I love the flashbacks, working with the flashbacks. Like I thought, let me see, what was that scene when I think he was asleep and he said, "I got to tell you something." He told his
Yeah.
wife, and he told her. I thought that happened for real, and she was leaving, and then he was like, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, dang. That was cool. That was cool. But working on the set was a lot of fun because we did the party scene.
Hmm.
It was the husband's birthday. So, and that's when I got engaged. So it was
Yes.
cool. I really
Yes.
enjoyed that.
So and then so also too, So season 2, which again ended up being the last season of the show. That's
Yeah.
why my life is considered a limited series. Season 2, the way that y'all see it is actually not what was originally written on the script.
Oh,
Your fiance originally wasn't going to die.
yeah, that was quick. Was quick. I said, okay, he dead. Okay, and I'm
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, unfortunately, the actor couldn't do season 2,
yeah.
and so we had to pivot and kind of,
Mhm.
and of course, your character was already messing around with the friend.
You see how
So
you write me? You see how you write? Is that how you view me? Like,
no, you just happen to play these characters, and I already have my mind made up what I'm gonna do.
yeah,
So
I'm typecast.
see, now you're gonna make me now it's gonna be like I have to do something else so that way you can not play those type of
No,
roles.
keep it the same because I'm gonna kill it either way. So just keep it the same. Keep it the
Um,
same.
but yeah, I first of all I want to say I appreciate I loved how you guys were able to pivot. Like I said, it was not a lot of time of having to rewrite the scripts and do something different. But the two scenes in season 2 that stand out to me for you really was the scene with you and Jesse when he's trying to get some and he's in his drawers and you're like, get away from me, all this other
Yes.
stuff. So that's y'all killed that. That was awesome. And
Yeah.
then the scene where you were at the cemetery
Okay.
and you confessed to your dead fiance's grave at your dead fiance's grave
Mhm.
that you were cheating on him and you
Yeah.
left the
Yeah.
ring. So those are the two
Yeah.
things that stand out in my mind.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I enjoyed you do make me cry. The funeral I have a funeral scene in every show. Do I? Yeah, Pastor Thorne, this one. So yeah. But I enjoyed filming that. I think one of my favorite parts were the party. I
Mhm.
did like the party because we were so natural.
Yeah,
And then seeing it on film, I was like, wow, we like responded to each other like this.
yeah.
It was so natural and I enjoyed it. For me to even meet the ladies, I think I met them the first time except for Kiara
Uh-huh.
at that shoot.
Yeah, and
And
I was
we
about
just
to honestly, everybody,
yeah.
you actually everybody. I know Gary and Patrick knew each other because the reason I knew Patrick is because of Gary.
Okay.
But for the most part, everybody
Hmm.
literally met that day. Like I said,
Okay.
like you said, except you and Kiara. But
Yeah.
everybody, pretty much for the most part, the ensemble group, that was the
Hmm.
first time everybody met each other that day.
You know how to pick them, don't you? Because
Listen,
chemistry be on point at every
listen.
step.
I just say it's a gifting. That's all I got for you. I can't explain it. I listen to God. God tell me what to do, and I'm like, all right, I got
Yeah.
you. We're gonna make it happen. And so, yeah, no, you got that show. Honestly, that show not only changed my life, it allowed me, and pun intended, it allowed
Mhm.
me to honestly just be authentic and be able to write freely. And like you said again, it created another avenue of creativity and allowed people to really some people to see themselves
Yeah.
and not just in the main characters but just even in the supporting characters too. I feel like everybody played an instrumental part in making the show what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, kudos to you, honey.
Thank you so much. And I
So,
want to tell this story. I want to say Lakeisha is so gracious. So Lakeisha has allowed us to use her space in a
mm,
lot of projects. There was one time where I thought Lakeisha was going to cut me because eh, no, because we were filming and we got done filming. This is for the love of Christmas. We got done filming and I'm cleaning up. I'm like,
oh,
I gotta make sure everything is in place how it was.
mhm.
And my clumsy behind, and
You
because
broke the vase.
I broke the. I was like, no, no. I was like, I broke the vase, and
Yeah.
I was like so scared. I was like, oh my god, she's not gonna let us in here ever again. And so I texted you and I said, hey, good news, bad news. I said we're done. Thank you for letting us use your home. But bad news is, as I was cleaning up, I accidentally broke your vase. How much is it? I'm gonna go ahead and send you the money now. And so,
Yeah.
but instead of cussing me out, Lakeisha sent them out. I sent her the money, and I appreciate you for not
Yeah.
cussing me out because I was like,
Oh,
I done broke this lady stuff, but she was like, child, this
please, exactly. No, that's material things. I don't harp on things like that because it's not deliberately done. And you can use my space whenever you can if it's available. That's all I say. But it's funny because I've been watching all your movies. I watch everything. And times that you have filmed here, every show, the house has been different.
yes.
I'm like, am I changing colors that much? Like,
you do change it every time I come over
I
there.
do.
It is different.
It's different now. It's different now. So you got a whole new set if you need.
Do you think you think that's the I guess the event planner in you? You just like to change it up.
I love decor. I love decor. I love changing it up for the seasons. Now I may keep it for a year or two or whatever, but I do like to change. It's the planner in me.
Got you.
I love decorating. Yeah.
Got you.
So,
you know what I say? So what's next for you? What you got going on?
I would like to get my projects out of the way. The two I've written one right before I ended up taking a hiatus. Well, not a hiatus. I escaped the winter just recently. I stayed in Mexico for 2 months.
Okay.
I just got back.
How was
Oh
that?
my gosh. Wonderful. Man, let me tell you. Now I will say this. I did it for 2 months. I escaped winter. So I went in December and I just got back like a week ago. A week and a half ago. So it was waking up to 85-degree temperature. Just waking up to 85-degree temperature was wonderful. I would walk almost every morning, 4 miles walk, and we end up at the beach to watch the sunrise. And then I'll start my day at working, and then after work, I go to the beach, go walking, or I chill in my apartment that that was being rented. So it was nice. It was therapeutic. I loved it. And then came back home and I escaped the winter because I didn't get the brunt of it. Everybody was getting. Will I do it again? Of course I would. And I am going to do it again. I think 2 months was a little too long for just one location. I would break it. I went to Playa del Carmen for 2 months. I'll stay in Playa and then I'll go somewhere else. I'll do something like that. But I'm going to do it again.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah. That's so awesome. That's awesome. Is there anything for anybody that's listening or any words of encouragement or inspiration that you can give somebody that may need it?
I would say this, listen, life is gonna always be lifing, but don't stop, don't quit. Keep going, something that you want, work hard for it. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. If you think you're gonna win, you're gonna win. So that's all I say. Just be true to yourself and keep going. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. So
yes.
don't have to. Yeah, you just gotta work hard at it, and that's how I feel.
Absolutely. Well, Lakeisha, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with us here on VPN Chat. I definitely appreciate it. It was so great to see you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. So yes, we don't need to do that again. I feel like we need to hang out. I need to just come up there and just hang out. And we're not working. I just feel like we just need to hang out. Go to that Chinese restaurant that you could never remember.
You know what? What is it called? Chin Chin? I think so, because y'all be getting on me so bad about that. And I just can never, and it's right around the corner. That's the bad thing about it. And I go there most of the time when I want some, Chinese food or something. But yeah, we have to. I'll be up that way too. One of my girlfriends just got married, so she lives up that way. So I want to go and see her, and we need to do lunch or something.
Yes, absolutely. We'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure it out. But it's always a pleasure speaking with you, and thank you for all the opportunities you've provided.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you for sure. All right, everybody. That's been VPN Chat. We appreciate you, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.